There might be a little bit of a controversy brewing with Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Roll this up over at thatparkplace.com. You can see right here that the developer, or the publisher, I guess in this case, Focus Entertainment, is claiming that the game has no microtransactions, but in the same breath, they revealed the game does have microtransactions via paid cosmetic options, and it has a season pass. That sounds like a microtransaction. How can you say you don't have a microtransaction when you have microtransactions? What is going on here? In a blog post uploaded to the game's Steam page, developers for the game outlined the 3 types of game modes the game offers, including the campaign mode, a cooperative 3-player PvE mode, and a 6v6 multiplayer PvP mode. On top of announcing these 3 game modes, the post declares this: "We want Space Marine 2 to be an experience tailor-crafted for the players. Hence, we're happy to confirm that there aren't any microtransactions in Space Marine 2. No in-game cash shop." However, or they go on and say all gameplay content and features will be free to all players. But then they go and say this: any paid DLCs will be cosmetic only. Well, that is a microtransaction. That is what a microtransaction is. It's not whether it's a microtransaction is not something that is differentiated between whether it affects gameplay progression or it's just purely cosmetic. You're solving to purchase something in-game outside of the actual game. That is a microtransaction. So they do indeed have microtransactions. Like, these people are just like they straight up lie to you. And then 2 sentences later, they say they have microtransactions with paid DLCs that are cosmetic only. Like, what is going on here? It's utterly ridiculous. I also don't know why people are afraid of saying they have microtransactions. I mean, some of the biggest games out there have microtransactions because they make really good games. Look at Genshin Impact. Look at Honkai Star Rail. They have Season Pass. They have Gacha mechanic. They've got microtransactions. And they're making buku money. MiHoYo is making a ton of money because at the end of the day, if you have a really, really good game, I think players are fine with microtransactions. Now, if you're trying to nickel and dime them, and it's really about, and the game revolves around maybe a PvP-centered game, and buying the season pass clearly gets you way more of an advantage, then yeah, I think that is a huge issue. And people have a right to complain about that. But for something like Genshin Impact, like Honkai Star Rail, where they're primarily single-player games, you're not really competing against anyone. This obviously, Space Marine 2 is going to have a co-op game mode. It has a campaign mode. It does have a PvP mode, though. So that could be an issue. But they're saying that all gameplay content and features will be free to all players. But they're saying that DLC will be cosmetic only. Still, it has microtransactions. But I'm not against microtransactions. Who hasn't purchased something in game before? If you haven't, I think you're one of few. You're one of few. I think most of us have purchased something in game outside of the game before. So I really don't understand why these publishers, developers are really afraid of saying that they have microtransactions. It's how you implement them. It's how you operate them. If you're literally trying to basically bleed your own player base with the microtransactions, then yeah, there's obviously issues with that. But microtransactions in general, I don't think I have an issue with it, especially cosmetic microtransactions. And those have been around for a very long time. I feel like League of Legends really kind of pioneered that. So we also have this comment from Focus Entertainment's brand manager, Sylvain Leroux. He confirmed to PC Games and that the game will have a season pass, but it will be, quote, purely cosmetic and will be delivered in several phases. Furthermore, he added that everything you'll get in the passes is purely cosmetic. All of the gameplay additions, whether it's new missions or new enemies, all of that will come for free to all players. So that sounds really good. I don't have any issues with this, but it is a microtransaction. Like, that is what it is. Like, don't lie to me and tell me you don't have microtransactions when you clearly do have microtransactions. Whether that's through obviously purchasing some kind of cosmetics or whether these cosmetics are being purchased through the season pass. It's unclear if they're separate or if they're part of the same thing. But you do have microtransactions. You clearly have something that players can purchase that does affect the game, maybe not the gameplay, but affects it cosmetically, that you do not get by purchasing the game. So that is the gist of kind of this controversy here. I just don't understand the point of lying here. It just makes absolutely no sense, especially when like the lie is so easily spotted 2 sentences later in your paragraph. It's just like, just say you have microtransactions, but they're cosmetic only, does not affect gameplay. I don't, that's not really hard to say. And we don't have this. I'm not making this video. We also got an update on the state of the game. According to the blog post, the content of the game has been locked for a while now, and we're in the final stages of the game production. I think that's really concerning. We'll get to that in a little bit, but let me continue reading here. Most of our efforts are currently focused on debugging and polishing to pass the final certification steps. We want to deliver the cleanest possible experience at launch, and the team is fully focused on it. As far as what the core game is, it features a gripping narrative that follows fan favorite Lieutenant Titus, powerfully portrayed by actor Clive Standen. After you get reinstated as a space marine, embody the superhuman skill and brutality of the greatest of the Emperor's warriors, unleash deadly abilities and an arsenal of devastating weaponry to obliterate the relentless Tyranid hordes. Obviously, I think you're going to be fighting off some Chaos Space Marines as well, unless this might be a screenshot from their PvP option, the 6v6. So it looks like you might be able to. I mean, this guy clearly looks like you might be able to be playing, have some chaos cosmetics in this game. So the game was previously expected to arrive in the winter of 2023. So this is what I'm talking about. They said the game has been locked for a while now, and it was supposed to actually arrive last year, winter of 2023, but was delayed to the second half of 2024 back in November 2023, with Focus Entertainment detailing in a press release. The game is now poised to ship in the second half of 2024 to provide the time needed to properly polish the game and to ensure the best possible experience. Focus Entertainment is committed to releasing a game that is of the highest quality and that exceeds the expectations of the countless fans of the franchise. It is now expected to arrive on September 9, 2024 to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. Back in November 2023, when they had that Focus Entertainment press release there, the game had, quote, already accumulated over 1 million wish lists to date. So this is a very highly anticipated game. But I do think there are some concerning things to this. Maybe I have a high bar, but let's take a look at this extended gameplay trailer that they released last year real quick. They released this trailer here, and there's like an invisible wall that surrounds the player character when the Tyranids like jump at it, and your player character just kind of doesn't even react to the Tyranid at all. The Tyranid just kind of like hits the wall and then falls over. And I expect better. I expect better in my games than something like that. So I hope that's not part of the core gameplay that has been locked in for a while. I hope that is something they are fixing. But here, you can take a look at it right here. Watch this Tyranid jump at the player character and just kind of hit this invisible wall surrounding him. Right there. Did you see it? He kind of hits him. It like jumps right in his back. Like, look, watch. Let me back it up here real quick. See, look at that. There's multiple of them. They're just jumping at him and doing absolutely nothing, no damage to him, nothing. Like, what is happening? That is unacceptable. He should be like, I don't know, actually getting hit, maybe staggering because a giant reptilian animal is attacking him. No, it doesn't even touch him. There's an invisible wall between the Tyranid and the Space Marine. Like, let's back it up here a little bit. Let's back it up again and just take a look at this. Watch this again. I've got to go a little bit further back. See, right there. That Tyranid literally just jumps at him and doesn't do anything to him. Look. Right there. 1, 2. 2 in a row. One attacks him in the back. The other attacks him from the side. Neither of them actually makes contact with him. And they just kind of bounce off the invisible barrier that's surrounding him. They don't even make contact with the armor. Again, like I said, maybe I have higher expectations than some others, but that is deeply concerning. And one wonders how that might affect the PvP mode if there's like an absolutely awful hitbox. But let me know what you guys make of this. What do you make of them claiming they do not have microtransactions? And then 2 sentences later, saying that they do. And then what do you make of their core gameplay being locked in? And this is what they showed us last year in their extended gameplay trailer, where the Tyranids don't even affect you, it looks like, at all. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable to each other, but to always speak the truth.